With that, let's welcome in Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday back to National Report. AG, welcome and thanks for coming on. Our viewers might be pleased to know that you've been a proponent of the HALT Fentanyl Act ever since it was introduced. I'm sure yesterday's bill signing was a gratifying experience for you personally.
It was. Thank you for having me. You know, the way that we are able to keep our community safe, especially with regard to drugs, is by attacking the supply and the demand. We're doing a lot to attack the demand through treatment, things of that nature. But at the same time, you have to have the tools to be able to attack the supply in an as aggressive form as humanly possible. And that's what this bill allows us to do. It gives us another tool in the toolbox so that we can aggressively prosecute fentanyl traffickers and make sure they're held accountable and put in prison.
As it should be. So many lives lost. And according to the CDC, at one point, the highest there, between 18 and 40 at one point. But as we mentioned, not everyone in Congress is supporting this law. Hard to believe. But when the legislation passed the House back in June, it was Democrat Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal putting out a statement. Here's a portion of what she wrote. Quote, the HALT Fentanyl Act is far too broad and ignores all medical uses of fentanyl-related substances. These substances need to be controlled, but when prescribed and used as directed, many of them serve as critical pain management tools for countless Americans. This legislation is just another performative overreach by Republicans to say that they know better than doctors about what is best for their patients. If President Trump and Republicans were serious about addressing these issues, there are proven solutions we can act upon to save lives, but the HALT Fentanyl Act is not one of them. Your thoughts?
Listen, I can tell you right now, obviously I'm a Republican elected attorney general, and I have spent most of my career as a prosecutor, and a lot of that time has been spent trying to help people get into treatment. It's unbelievably important to use every tool that's available to help people get into treatment, to get counseling. But at the same time, you know, it would be at our peril if we ignored how critical it is to go after the people that are supplying this. There are a million mechanisms in place that would protect someone who legally possessed fentanyl, a physician, a patient. They have prescriptions. There's so many things at play. And that statement completely disregards all of the hard work that prosecutors put in, the thoughtfulness of what we do, and the many, many due process protections that are in place that we fight for every single day.
Yeah, not to mention, it almost seems dismissive of the American families who've lost loved ones to fentanyl overdose or being deceived by something that they took that they didn't realize actually contained fentanyl. AG, I wanted to pivot while we've got you, talk about what the president was doing in Pennsylvania recently at that Energy and Innovation Summit earlier in the week. We'll play some of what he had to say.
Sure.
We're building a future where American workers will forge the steel, produce the energy, build the factories, and really run a country like I believe like this country has never been run before. I'm honored to be in Pennsylvania, and I'm honored to be in Pittsburgh, and you're going to see some real action here, so get ready. Lots of jobs, lots of success. Really a beautiful thing is it's going to be beautiful to behold.
So Steel City now really embracing AI. Tell us more about it.
Absolutely. So I had the honor of yesterday being a part of this. Our Senator Dave McCormick, he coordinated this. He worked with the president, and I'm grateful for everything they've done. And what they announced yesterday essentially was over $70 billion in investments in Pennsylvania to include AI, to include the energy creation that is necessary to have AI. And I mean, this was amazing. There were everything from community stakeholders to CEOs of large companies to labor leaders. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was just, as a Pennsylvanian, it was amazing and wonderful to see so many people come together to help create jobs and to put us in a position to be leaders moving forward.
All right. That is Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday joining us. Attorney General, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.